What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. Hope you're doing well. We got a preview for the cheaters. We're talking the Michigan offense today, and a couple days from now we'll do the defense. We ran through Oregon. If you want to go back and check out that preview, we did offense and defense separately. Just run through the previous episodes. We did that one a couple weeks ago. And who else? Oh, we did Penn State as well. So I'm just doing like the big three games on our schedule. We don't really need to break down Akron's offense and defense, right? Tell me we don't. Anyway, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, or if you're following on podcast, please follow the show, subscribe on your favorite app, whatever. And if you'd like, please leave a review, and hey, share with a friend. Maybe that's easy to do. And we're trying to build this channel over this season. Would love to get to 3,500 subscribers on the YouTube channel by week 1. So a little aggressive. Yeah, I'm an aggressive kind of guy. Not really, but so let's talk about the cheaters here. Hail to the cheaters. I'm not going to sing your goddamn song. The hell out of here. All right. So this is what we're looking at. 2023, the cheaters had the 67th toughest schedule in the country. That's pathetic. One of the worst by a Power 5 team in the country. They played the likes of East Carolina, whatever, UNLV, Bowling Green, my Falcons. Get off my Falcons. JJ's worst day, by the way. Rutgers, Nebraska, Minnesota, Indiana, Michigan State, Purdue. Oh, Penn State, 10th ranked. Maryland, Iowa. So the Buckeyes, of course. Hey, good job. You went 15-0. You played a down Bama team and a Washington. Washington's never going to win a national championship again. So with that Charmin soft schedule by the Wolverines, you know how the season ended. So let's get into it. Last year, their passing offense, they only attempted 24 passes per game on average, 17 completions, 214 yards per game on average, 1.6 touchdowns per game passing. The offense is really based around the run. We know that. 38 attempts per game rushing, 169 yards per game, 4.5 yards per carry yards per carry, and 2.7 touchdowns on the ground per game. They averaged 20 first downs per game and just 0.5 turnovers per game. But who's gone? Lost is Harbaugh, strength coach Ben Herbert, defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, and all of his assistants. So your DB's coach, your LB's coach, D-line coach, all gone. Your quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, and the rest of the offense, one returning starter on offense, Colson Loveland, the tight end. The O-line lost over 4,200 snaps of experience, 5 all Big Ten conference honorees. That sounds like a lot. So you got 3 returning on defense, but they brought in some transfers. We'll get into those. And the 3 returning are good players. So we'll talk about them. Let's talk about the new head coach, Sharon Moore, the crying cusser. He was co-OC in 2022. He was the sole OC in 2023. Not sole as in his color of his skin, like he was the only OC. Anyway, he was acting head coach for 4 games last year when Harbaugh was suspended, remember? Now he takes over full-time. His new offensive coordinator, Kurt Campbell, he was promoted from within. He was coaching quarterbacks last year, 2022 and 2023. He was OC before that at Old Dominion, 2020 and 2021. So, yeah, nice resume, bro. Coach much? But returning production, on offense, remember, we're just focusing on offense today. Quarterback Jack Tuttle is returning. He had 130 yards last year passing, one touchdown in 6 games he appeared in. Mostly just turned around and hand the ball off like most Michigan quarterbacks. Donovan Edwards, of course, is returning, the running back. 119 carries, 497 yards, 5 TDs. He also had 30 receptions last year for a couple hundred yards. Colston Loveland, the tight end, returns 45 receptions, 649 yards, 4 TDs. And then Samaj Morgan, 22 receptions, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Those are your returning production guys. Looking at the schedule, a little different story this year, folks. And I probably should have mentioned off the top, Cheater fans, this show is not for you. This is for Buckeye fans. So enjoy if you want, listen if you like, but you're just going to get pissed off probably and leave negative comments. But I do invite you to comment. Everybody should comment. So looking at this schedule, 15th toughest schedule this year, 2024. Huge difference from 65th or 67th, whatever it was last season. You got a Fresno State to start off the year. Then Texas comes to town and brings their Longhorns into the big house. Then you got Arkansas State. Then USC comes to town. Maybe they have an improved defense. God can only hope. Minnesota comes to town. Then they go to Washington. Now, I don't know about this Washington team this year. Probably not a lot to worry about. They lost a lot. A lot of dudes transferred with Kalen DeBoer when he took the Bama job. Michael Penix is gone. Penix, as he's known on this show. Anyway, then the Cheaters go to Illinois. Bert always gives them a little bit of a fight. And Sparty comes to town. Then Oregon comes to town. I got that penciled in as a definite loss for the Cheaters. Then they got to go to Indiana after that. Maybe a little trap game there. I don't know. Maybe you're a little beat up. Then Northwestern comes to Ann Arbor, and then the Cheaters have to venture down 23 to Columbus to finish the season. So that's not an easy schedule. I would want no part of that, but TS, that's what you get for having a cupcake schedule last year. Charmin soft, as I like to call it. So from the portal, these clowns brought in a few dudes. They brought in an interior O lineman from Northwestern, Josh Prevey. He had 28 starts in 4 years at Northwestern. CJ Charleston, he's a wide receiver from Youngstown State. Wow, you're bringing in guys from Youngstown State, huh? Okay. 33 receptions, 500 yards, 4 TDs at Youngstown State. They're also bringing in a wide receiver from Ole Miss, Amorion Walker. He converted from defensive back. So, yeah, another solid move there. He had 3 tackles last year at where was he at Michigan last year? I don't know. Anyway, he left for Ole Miss before the spring, then returned after spring. So, a little pinball action there. So, Phil Steele has the unit rankings here out of the Big Ten for Michigan's group. Quarterback, he has ranked 15th in the conference. That's out of 18. Running back, he has 5th. Receivers, 9th. That includes tight ends. Offensive line, 7th. A little bit higher than I would rank him there. But recruiting-wise, they're number 16 nationally, number 4 in the Big Ten so for 2024. Alex Orji looks like he has a slight lead at quarterback. He's more of a run option than pass. Assuming he wins the job, expect the Wolverines to continue their physical running game. The other QB option is 7th-year guy. Yes, 7 years in college football, Jack Tuttle. He's been to Utah and Indiana and everywhere in between. He was the backup last year, Jack Tuttle was. He was injured during the spring, but has the size at 6'4", 210 that you like in a big-arm quarterback, so maybe a little bit stronger passing game if he's in there. Receivers, you got Samaj Morgan, Tyler Morris. They're the projected starters for 2024. They combined for under 500 yards last year as backups. The two returning leaders on this offense are tight ends Colston Loveland and running back Donovan Edwards. Loveland was fifth nationally among tight ends with his 650 receiving yards. He also caught a ball in all 15 games. Edwards, he's put up 2,500 yards from scrimmage and 19 touchdowns in his time. Now he's the feature back with Blake Corum off to the NFL. The new OC, Kirk Campbell, he's a high energy guy, promoted, like I mentioned, from QB's coach. He likes to use a lot of pre-snap motion to try and confuse defenses. He's got the tall task of replacing 10 starters, everyone except the tight end. So expect Campbell to keep the scheme similar or exactly the same as last year. The offensive line has typically been their strength, their focal point. But this season, there are some questions. 4 of the 5 starters are gone. And left tackle Miles Hinton, he's the only one with really any playing experience returning. And then you got the portal guy at guard, Josh Preby from Northwestern. So new faces at left tackle, left guard, and center as well. So starting lineup looks like this for the Cheaters. I got Alex Orji probably starting for them. He played in 9 games so far. He's a junior, 6'2", 235, so he's been around a while. Then your tailback, Donovan Edwards, 6'1", 214, played in 23 games. Last year, in 15 games, he had 500 yards rushing. Most of that was later in the year, and 250 receiving. The other running back I wanted to mention, Kalel Mullings, 6'1", 236. He's a senior. He's a converted linebacker. I love it when they give the ball to a converted linebacker, especially in short yardage. That always goes well. Not really. 13 games last year he played in, 200 yards rushing. 2 tight ends they typically go with. You got number 17, Marlon Klein. He's a sophomore, 6'6", 245. He played in 10 games last year. Then Colston Loveland, of course, 6'5", 237. He's the junior, probably off to the NFL after this season. He had 12 starts, 649 yards last year. The receivers, Tyler Morris, he's 6 foot, 185. He had 197 yards last year. Samaj Morgan, 5'11", 180. He's a sophomore. Tyler Morris was a junior, if I didn't mention that. Morgan, 15 games, 200 yards as well last season. And then the O-line looks like center is going to be Greg Crippen. He's a junior, 6'4", 301. He played in 8 games, 9 games last year, sorry. Right guard, Josh Preby. He is a senior, 6'5", 310. Had 28 starts in 4 years at Northwestern. Left guard looks like it's going to be Giovanni El Hadi. Is he on like a government watch list? Sounds like he should be. Anyway, that's offensive. He's a junior, 6'5", 318. 15 games last year he played in. Right tackle, Andrew Gentry. He's a sophomore, 6'7", 327. Played in 15 games last year. The Cheaters did do a good job of getting their young guys in these blowouts and garbage games. They had a lot of those, in case you forgot. Left tackle, Miles Hinton. He's a senior, 6'6", 340. Had 23 games in 3 years at Stanford, 16 starts. So that is your Cheater offense. I'll go ahead and give you my record prediction. I got 8-4 for these guys this year overall. We'll be doing the defense here in a couple of days, so keep it locked in here and make sure you're subscribed and all that. But there's too many questions on the O-line for this 2024 team. They have no receivers whatsoever. Loveland and Donovan Edwards are not enough. Again, Edwards did not have a great year last year, 500 yards rushing. I know Corum was the bell cow, but still, he had to take a break sometimes. I mean, Jesus. And this quarterback situation is just a train wreck. I think Alex Orji starts, and they're just going to run the hell out of the ball with everybody. Orji, Edwards, all of them. So they always say protect yourself against an orgy. I don't make these things up. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Worried about the cheaters? Not worried? Anybody that concerns you on this offense? I'm not seeing it. So that's all I got for you today. Please hit like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.